What's up, my Negroes? I'm gonna keep it real. I'm gonna let the beat flow. If it interrupts my shit, interrupts my shit. If it doesn't stick to my shit, if it's not, on the same level as my shit, following the same rhythm, who cares? Well, this is about Christmas. Lately, since I've been switching to Hinduism, and I've seen that Christmas is really a commercial holiday, just created by stores and resale places to sell stuff, and it's been commercialized and advertised and promoted in this way for years and years as a way for people to spend money and for the economy to, pull back at the end of the year. And it makes sense because, Christmas ranks amongst the top holidays for spending money all over in all kinds of industries. So because of that, more and more, as I've moved away from Christianity and towards Hinduism, I've realized that I've put less and less significance in the holiday, but for what it is, it's a holiday of peace, at least we can be thankful for that. And I've been growing more, fonder, because of that particular aspect of the holiday. Not about the gifts and the spending, which for the kids is what's most important. And, I believe that as we grow better as a society, it's more, it's important to realize the good fundamentals, principles of Christmas, which is coming together as a family, celebrating, having each other, as a fallback, having other people help you, other people that are of your own blood, of your own DNA, they're together interacting and being happy for each other and helping each other out. And celebrating the fact that they may rarely get together anymore because they live in different states, and in this specific point of the year, they all get together and celebrate and have a nice dinner and celebrate, their liking for each other. In those aspects, I believe it's a great holiday, and I'm thankful that I have it, but I just wish it was less about spending money on gifts, which are most of the time necessary and, superfluous, or, it's not going to help society in any way. But, I have a story about that. My mom, one time there was a holiday and I really wanted a soccer game for the Nintendo 64. And we lived in a foreign country, so imported goods like games, they were really expensive. They ran for about 5 times as much as they're sold in the US, and that's against a currency that is weaker. So it's a lot of money for a video game. And if you bought it used, and it was like 60% of the price. And my mom, she, as a kid I was very picky. I didn't want anything that was used, and it was the same shit. It was a video game, but for some reason I wanted it to be brand new. I wanted it to be pristine. I put so much emphasis on it being pristine and brand new that I did not want to use one. I was very clear about it. And, my mom couldn't afford the brand new one, so she said, okay, I'll go to another store that I know tomorrow and I'll buy it for you. And that's when we were shopping together at a store, for the gift the day prior, or like 2 days prior to Christmas. And, I said, okay, that's fine. So the tradition in our house is that the gifts were given the day off Christmas, like midnight, but not at midnight, the day we woke up. So we would sleep throughout the night, and in the morning of the 25th, we would go and find the gifts under the trees that Santa Claus left. And I guess, I guess that's not just with my family. I guess it's with every family there, most people. And that believe in Christmas, they believe in Santa Claus still. But I got up that morning and I went to check the tree, and I saw the box, and I opened the box, and the box was all kinked. It was all beat up. It wasn't very beat up, but you could see it was from a used video game. There were crinkles along the borders of opening the box. There were crinkles across. And I told him, but it was wrapped beautifully in plastic, and it was taped up properly and stuff. And I was like, Mom, this is a used video game. Don't blame me. And she's like, no, it's new. I swear it's new. It's new. And, it goes to show you that I wasn't happy with the gift, and, it also goes to show the amount of love that my mom had for me at the time, the extent at which you went just to pretend that that was a new video game, so I wouldn't be upset, as opposed to just explaining to me that that's not how it works. If you don't have money, you gotta buy the used copy. And that to me was always the beautiful part of Christmas, but also the consumer-oriented part of Christmas at the same time. And it shows how I wasn't, as a kid, I didn't have the proper mentality that I was supposed to gain. I was 100% focused on the gifts, and as an adult, I got to appreciate Christmas more for what it is, and I just wish we instilled those values in our children earlier, so they were able to appreciate it for what it is, and do the most they can do with that. And that's it for Christmas.